Here, I want to look at the secret of successful outsourcing. I've been outsourcing using freelancer.com since about 2008, so more than 9 years now. And I've outsourced, here's 10 per page, so around about 170 projects. About 5 years ago, I outsourced some 3D modeling, and I'll just show you what that looks like. So it was things like this. Some are using a character with some objects, some are just the objects only, and another one here, and lots of different ones like this. So what I'm doing is I'm outsourcing to get the work done, and then I'm uploading and making money from stock. And I spent about $20,000 outsourcing, and so far I've made about $210,000. So maybe 10 times the amount, but I do have to do work myself. I mix these objects together, add some things, and have to do keywording and uploading and things like that. So here are the steps that you have to do. The first thing is to put in a project, and it's just a simple project, and it's actually this test here. But when people reply, you ask them for samples so you can have a look at work that they've done. When you've picked some people who you think the samples look good, I'll tend to pick maybe between 6 and 10 people, and then I'll give them a paid test, which is actually this project, but I'll duplicate the project out, give it to about 10 people, and get them to do the same thing. Now, this project will normally be under $100 or $100. It won't always be the same amount for each person because some people will bid less than other people. Sometimes the project's only about $20 or $30, and it depends actually what they're doing for me. So I give that out, and then the ones who pass that test, I then give a small project to then see if I can give them a bigger project. Let's have a look at that on Freelancer. So what I've done, I've just done a search for Max here, and that will find all the projects for 3D Max, which is the software that they're using. Now I've got roughly 45 or 44 results here, and I've gone to the oldest. So these are the projects that I got people to do about 5 years ago. I did a $100 project here, and I gave it to several people. You can see here Nilu, Tanvir, Lilacs. These are the different people. Let's go to the next page. Nam, 1981, Lectoral, Part, Tamming. These are all nicknames. Got another one up here. So about 10 different people to do these different things. It's actually 3D Max modeling, then they render it and maybe do some finishing in Photoshop. At first, I gave them these projects that were small, and here like $60, $80, over here $100 or $80. And then the people who could do that okay, I gave them a bit of a bigger project, like $200 here. If we look at the ones that actually passed, we can actually go through. So as we go along, I've given quite a few people between $100 and $300 projects here, several different people. And as we go on in time, I give it to less people. So we've ended up really here just with 2 people doing most of it. This one here, Nilu and Maboz something. I think this one is in India, and this one is in Egypt, I think. So over time, which was 4 years ago here, I've been just giving it to 2 people. And if you can see the last 10 projects, it was all to these 2 people. And you can't actually see all the projects here because what I did, I just repeated the project. You can kind of extend it. So I gave them a project, and then I just extended that project by giving them some more work to do, and then just extended it again and extended it. So towards the end here, you can't actually see all the projects. Doing that, you don't have all these other people applying for the project, and also you just pay a little bit less because you don't have to actually advertise the project. It's just like a continuation. So that's the way I did it, and let's just have a look at some of the results. This is someone that I didn't carry on using. Here's an example of what they sent, and I had a lot of problems with it trying to explain things. There were a lot of bits that were a bit funny. I think here it was this bit just sticking out here, but this was after several attempts and the cropping wasn't very good, the actual image shape, and there were a lot of other problems that I had. Some of these bits weren't smooth, so I didn't carry on with this person. If we compare that with this person who I did carry on with and I give a lot more work to, then you can see their images are really good. Here you've got a character, it's a lot of textures, some great modeling there. And another example here, some really good modeling and really good work. I like the way it's laid out. The cropping here is really good. The angle's really good. And I was really pleased with him. So the reason that I do it this way is, number one, because I'm not spending so much money. I get samples first, so that doesn't cost anything. Then I give a smaller project. I'm not spending too much money. And then by choosing the best, I'm only spending more money on the ones who can do it. I can find out who can communicate well. Some people, I'll ask for something and they'll just send something completely different. And other people, I don't need to say too much. They know exactly what I want and they'll give me exactly what I'm looking for. A lot of people say they can do it, but they can't. And other people don't really say too much. Just get on with it. Don't make many mistakes and send me the final results. And that's the good thing about starting with a lot of people and narrowing it down to just a couple in the end.